Hey y'all, it's your girl Stephanie. This is Wrestling Color Podcast. Make sure you thumbs up this video. Make sure you hit the comments and tell me how you feel. Make sure you follow me on Twitter and Instagram, and those links are in the bio. Make sure you do all of that stuff. Now, why are we here today? Because my uncle Booker T, I feel like Booker T, he's old enough to be my uncle because my dad is like 75, so he can't be my father. So my uncle Booker T, he out here giving advice, and the advice is all fucked up, and it's terrible, and I just couldn't go and not speak on this advice that he's giving the revival. Like, I don't understand Booker T, and I kind of do understand Booker T because he's that type of maker. Now, before we get into Booker T, I think it's important for us to understand who the Revival are, okay? The Revival are two men who go by the mantra of old school wrestling returns, I guess, right? They don't do all the flips and stuff. They give you that good old-fashioned technical grappling wrestling. Some people like it, some people don't. When it was in NXT, it was entertaining. NXT has a better roster overall any fucking way under the WWE umbrella, so that's not shocking. The Revival consists of David Hardwood, also known as Scott Dawson. Okay, now it's important to point out how old Mr. Hardwood is. He was born in 1984, so he is 35 years old. He's from Whiteville, North Carolina. Wow, so he's a country boy. Okay. The other half of the Revival is what's his name? Dash Wilder, aka real name Daniel Wheeler. I'm sorry, Daniel Marshall Wheeler. He was born in 1987, so his age is 32. You know what? Excuse my stuttering and missteps. I got the bubble guts. Okay, so I'm on edge. I had some Chipotle. I don't know why I keep eating that food. They give you a bowl of shit and it always jack me up. So I'm sitting here sipping on some ginger ale. Hopefully, it'll lock things up, because right now the dam has broken. So anyway, Daniel Wheeler is 32 years old. With that being said, we do understand that professional wrestling has a shelf life. Your body is your body, and you can only do so much. Both these men are 5'10". They're 446 pounds combined, so they're about 200 something pounds apiece, whatever. They went by Dash and Dawson, the Mechanics, and now the Revival as we know it. Hence, old school wrestling returns. They're decent wrestlers when you give them the opportunity to cut loose. As of late, they have not signed WWE contracts, and that's another thing that needs to be discussed, because workplace violence and workplace hostility is against the law in any other workplace, but for some reason over at WWE, not only is it okay, but it's put on television. We saw it happen to so many wrestlers, the most recent being Dean Ambrose, aka Moxley. With that being said, the Revival have not signed their contracts. Okay, they don't want to continue on with the WWE. That's the speculation. They want to go and do whatever they need to do. So Booker T, being the man he is, and you got to take into certain accounts for Booker T, and we'll get to that. He doesn't think much of this idea, and he feels that Dawson and Wilder should take the money and run. He said, and I quote, "If I could give them any advice, take the money. Take what's behind door number one. If they came to me and said, 'Hey, Book, we're going to give you $1 million a year. You're not going to win any titles. We'll give you TV time, 15-year contract.' I'm going to shut the hell up. I don't give a damn about no titles. Legacy and all is okay. But if I had the choice of getting the money and not working, I'm taking the money. And I'm not going to care about the legacy. I'm going to take that $15 million and parlay into 45 or 50 million. For me, it was about getting paid and parlaying professional wrestling into what I'm doing it right now. If you would have said you could take the money and work sporadically or take the money and stay home, you never see my black ass again. Now I improvise that in. Booker T, dear Booker T. Let me just go ahead now. That's what Booker T said. Let me just point something out. Booker T comes from a poor background, black man in America. WWE has displayed their racism in a heavy fashion with Booker T and Triple H on, you with the suckers and people like you, and the way he lost at the pay-per-view, and it was real rough for a lot of us, right? Booker T won his WCW championships when the WCW was in the throes of shutting down, but he still is the five-time WCW champion. Okay, he has his Harlem Heat under his belt, and he got 2 WWE Hall of Fame rings that he wears proudly. Booker T has the reality of wrestling down in Texas. He is one of Texas's beloved residents out of Houston. He bought us, Ember Moon went through Texas reality of wrestling. The Usos, couple folks went down there and did their thing. Reality of wrestling needs some more diversity too, by the way, Book. I'm gonna say this. Booker T got 2 kids. He got twins. I think they're a boy and a girl. And I guarantee you, Booker T would never tell his 2 twins the bullshit he just told these 2 men. First of all, you're telling these 2 guys to go ahead and take the money and don't do shit else because they ain't got nothing else to offer. They already old, so you might as well take the money. I can tell you a lot of guys that's at WWE right now took Book advice. Mojo Jojo Rawley took Book's advice. The way he got squashed, and he's a WWE 24/7 champion, is outrageous. That's one of the guys that would take Booker T's advice. The OC have taken Booker T's advice. They're useless. They're losers. And they're just there to make their money. You know why? Because these guys got kids. That one dude thinks his Asian wife is so fucking hot. I don't really see it. But you guys are lusting after this woman. These guys are on Randy Orton level. Okay? Where Randy Orton at this point in his career, he getting paid, he comfortable, he got his wife, he got his kids, he's making his money. But he's also still, from what I can see, because Randy can get lazy at times, but from what I can see, he's still giving you decent performance. The Revival are only in their mid-30s, 34 and 32. They still got wrestling in them. Why the fuck do all of y'all think money is everything and creativity can sit on the back burner? That is why you got the other half of the Luke Harper about to show up on AEW at his age, and he's only 38, I'm guessing. He wants to continue to wrestle and enjoy his craft. These men are not going to go and work at Target. They aren't going back to school to get no degree in culinary arts or engineering. Wrestling is what they want to do. And they want to do it at the greatest supposedly place to work at, WWE. These guys grew up with WWE, just like Booker T, just like me, and just like everyone in the wrestling community that watch wrestling. Right now, if you having kids right now, these kids are going to be growing up with not only WWE, but now they get to grow up with New Japan. They get to grow up with AEW. Then you get to the level where you can finally go in and you go to the place you want to wrestle, and they treat you like dog shit. And WWE, yes, they are making money from Saudi Arabia, from contracts from NBC Universal, from Fox. Total engagement is down. You have to engage your audience if you want to make even more money. I don't think you guys understand what the stock market is and what it's about. Please listen to my previous video. But when you get a job and you want to work in a place where you think this is my dream, and you get there and they kicking you in the ass, they making you shave your partner's back, they alluding to you guys being homosexual, you going out there taking pins and jobbing out, all because this company is pissed off that you don't want to sign these contracts and they throwing money at you. It's not right. It's not right. And Booker T is damn dead flat wrong for telling these men to do some shit like that. I don't know where he gets off saying some wild shit like I'm amazed that would come out of Booker T's mouth. And Booker T got 2 goddamn kids at the house. He would be pissed off if the teacher told his kids, hey, don't do that. Listen, hang out. Get the money, fuck all that. That's why we got the government we got. Taking the money and ain't doing shit. No one's passionate about their craft no more. I'm on YouTube talking about wrestling. I'm not getting paid. This is something I enjoy. If it goes and goes and goes and parlays and something else, then I would even be more excited to do it. Do you know how many people get to do the thing they love and make money from it too? Not many. A lot of people wake up every day pissed the fuck off. They gotta go to work. Then they take it out on their co-workers. They take it out on the customers. It's lackluster. It's tiring. You're not getting paid. Yes, $700,000 a year or $1 million a year for 5-year contracts. That's $5 million. Yes, that's fabulous. Money will fix a whole lot of things, but you can't wrestle. What you gonna open up? Only reason why Ember Moon was able to open up her wrestling school is because she's injured. Everybody can't open up a reality of wrestling and think it's gonna be great. What's his name? Seth Rollins got a coffee shop and he got a wrestling school. Fucking Prince Pretty and Fandango, I believe they got a wrestling school. But they working. They were able to get to where, like Prince Pretty, this past Gorgeous, this past fucking Wednesday put on one of the best fucking matches I've seen that man put on. You know why? Because he's enjoying what's going on. He's being utilized. He looks like he's feeling good. He looks good. And he getting paid. When he wasn't working, he was on Twitter complaining with the rest of everybody else. Look at Sasha Banks. They did her any which way. She left. Now she's supposedly injured. But she made it clear in her chronicle she wants to do what she loves. Don't tell these people to take the money and sit down and fuck around. Booker T, what, 50-something years old? He can do that now. But if he was not doing that shit when he was coming up. He was not sitting there talking about, yeah, I'm going to take the money. And no, he waited until he retired. Now, you know, he over here get along, the go along type of guy. And yeah, you know, I'm out here. You know, you got to just hang out in the fellas. And you know, you got to roll with the punches. You know, you can't kick up dust. How is anything supposed to change if you a go along to get along type of person? I want Dash Wilder and Scott Dawson. I want them to get out there and wrestle and have fun. Whether it's in AEW, New Japan, Ring of Honor, Impact Wrestling, you name it. I don't give a fuck. I want them to get out there and have fun and be examples for their children. I believe they both have kids. So what the WWE gonna do for Dash Wilder? Bury him. That's against the goddamn law. It's against the law to retaliate against your employees, whether they're independent or otherwise. And if I was them, if you ask me, sue they motherfucking asses. I think it's terrible that they would do them people like that because they don't want to stay with your company. That's terrible. And Booker T, you ought to be ashamed of yourself telling these men to do that.
It's bigger than professional wrestling. I mean, I've had a great time wrestling. It's been great. But honestly, if they would have said, hey man, you can just take the money and, you know, work sporadically, all right, you know what? Just take the money and stay at home. You never saw me again. I'm serious, man.
Right.
I'm not saying anything. I'm not saying that I don't love the business. I love the business. I mean, I got a school. I've had my school for 15 years, and I love watching these young guys go out there and live their dream. And heck, I love living my dream as well.
Right.
I mean, man, my first trip I took, when I first got into the business, I had never left the state of Texas other than going to Louisiana where I was born. I had never left the state of Texas, and I was on a 15-hour flight to Japan. I mean, how many kids, young men, get a chance to do stuff? I mean, I'm on a flight to Germany.
See, this is why Booker T get on my fucking nerves. You just said I owned the school for 15 years and I like these young guys. So what? What you saying? So when you hit 35, it's a wrap. You need to take the money, go sit down and fucking have some kids and just be laid up. What you saying? You got fucking Kurt Angle who just did the WrestleMania. You got fucking you had to force Ric Flair out the ring. Look over there, cockeyed with Shawn Michaels over there enjoying his retirement, helping them down at the Performance Center. Triple H, it's speculation he finna get back in the ring in WrestleMania. You got your school 15 fucking years. Why you gonna tell these men don't worry about a legacy and all that? You was able to, you sitting here talking about how you got to travel, you got to do all these things, you ain't never been nowhere, and you gonna tell these men not to do that. You got to get your belts, and you got to have the great matches and the highlight reel that we get to go back and watch you and Stone Cold act a fool and have a good time. You got to do all that. Don't sit there and say you would take the money and never be on TV. You a liar. I don't like that. Don't you keep telling these people to take the money and don't do shit. Y'all act like money is the only thing functioning. It's motherfuckers out here ain't got no money and they comfortable and they living life and they enjoying themselves with what little money they got. They got their family, they got their craft. Y'all gonna have to get some fucking morals up in here. That don't make no damn sense, Book. It don't.
Put all that in and give it all back. No, I wouldn't. But if they would have gave me the money, $1 million a year, I could have took all those trips anyway.
But you wouldn't be Booker T.
Got a chance to enjoy.
You wouldn't have been Booker T taking them trips. You see what I'm saying? You'd have just been a dude with $1 million, like fucking, I don't know. Imagine Apollo Crews go taking a trip and call himself going down to Mexico to wrestle. He ain't no top billing. Ain't nobody finna pay him. You Booker T. That's why you was able to take them trips and learn the business. Kind of shit he on.
Right.
I'm serious. So,
but at the same time, I get, like, I see both sides of it, right? I mean, and I think that you do too. But you're trying to just give game, you're trying to give advice.
Just rationality.
Right. No, I get you. But I do understand being somebody who's young and not creatively satisfied. And I'm not saying that's what the Revival are or not. I don't know them personally. They never told me that. I've never had a conversation with any one of them on social media or anywhere else. But if you're going off, maybe they're not creatively satisfied, I can understand. You want to be able to go to work and enjoy what you're doing.
Thank you.
At the same time, you go to work for one reason. That's to get paid too. So you got to look at both sides of the coin. Is the money worth the maybe sacrifice of your creative freedom or your creative fulfillment? You got to think about that, and that's just for the individual to decide, right?
Yeah.
But I see what you're saying.
It is.
Yeah.
I mean, it is. It's up to the individual. I mean, because the nature of the beast of the man is very, very tricky.
Right.
It's something totally. I mean, the testosterone level is something totally. You can't even understand it. I always talk about the extreme sports and stuff and whatnot. Why do people do this kind of stuff? That's just the nature of the beast. But for me, I'm just spitting game. I'm just talking realistic. I'm just talking fact.
Right.
I'm not talking about, hey man, don't.
No, what Booker T doing is saying, hey man, take the money, go chill. Booker T talking like he ain't a 55-year-old man going out. He was just in. Matter of fact, before I even hang up, Booker T got a match in his own fucking promotion coming up. Why is Booker T getting in the ring if you taking the money and running? Let's not. I don't even want to. I just, I just want people to have some more morals, to be a moral compass. Creativity is what makes the world go round. The reason why we watch wrestling and AEW and all this stuff. This past Wednesday was some of the best fucking wrestling I watched in years. I'm flipping back and forth. NXT, AEW. AEW giving me what I want. NXT is on, something's on right now. I want to see that. Flipped AEW. Bianca Belair came out, stole the motherfucking show. I'm watching all this good tag team wrestling over at AEW. There was some Asian girl, I don't know her name, got her teeth knocked out over AEW. Fucking, like I said, Prince Pretty, and I think it was the guy, the Cruiserweight, had a match. That match was so fucking good. Are you kidding me? Those people are giving you it all because they feel good about what they doing. And I want the revival to look to Jon Moxley. I want everybody to look. He ain't the first. He ain't going to be the last. But he is the catalyst. The reason why WWE is throwing that amount of money around is because AEW exists. They see, if Jon Moxley would have told them that he was leaving and going over there, he would still be in the fucking contract dispute. Booker T needs to do better. This ain't the first time I had to tell his ass to stop being so damn on the fence and obtuse. He did that same shit with Lio Rush when Lio Rush was going through his issue. Oh well, you got to pay your dues, you got to hold the bag. And totally forgot what Lio Rush was talking about and the valid point he was making. So I'm gonna leave it here. What y'all think? You agree with Booker T, take the money and run, or do you agree with with his co-host? Creativity, they hungry. Let these motherfuckers work and wrestle and entertain us and get paid at the same time and be an example for their family. If you made it to the end of this, put Road to 200. Because those last 5 subscribers, I'm trying to pull you in. I'm pulling you in. Alright, y'all, I'm leaving right here. This is Stephanie. This is Wrestling Color Podcast. Appreciate each and every one of you. Holla!